Very bad placement of him. He should have moved away from my observer, which is what he's doing right now. But that Banshee does uncloak, so I'm able to take it out. And the observer is also permanently cloaked, if you guys did not know that. And he's a detector, so which is amazing. I do have my other observer right here, scouting. Ooh, I'm not in my view. Let's go to everyone's. No, everyone's there. So he does have quite a decent force. He probably could have moved out to attack with this, I'd say. But he was more focused on using the air units to harass my base, which kind of always gets denied. He's not really doing anything because of all of these photon cannons. And I do have some probes just sitting there, which is very bad. You never want to do that. I do have a teeny force, but I should be warping in. I have enough to warp in almost tons. I have enough to warp in zealots and stalkers. I have so much stuff that I could warp in right now, but my macro was not that great this game, but I still was able to try my hardest, and I do think they sniped, like, oh no, they sniped the statue. How dare they? How mean of they. I do think he does see my expansion, so let's go to him. Oh no, he's scanned there, I think. So now, oh, bad timing. Right when I'm placing down 4 gateways. I do have to end up canceling all of them, though, to salvage those minerals. And I do believe I have nothing, but I do bring my Phoenix over, and my observer is almost there. I think I am able to save the Nexus, and yes, I am able to save the Nexus, and my probes can go back to working. But he has seen that I am going, my Phoenix are just countering his Banshees. But that does not mean he's stopping. He is still going with mass Banshees. He is just getting some Vikings to counter my Phoenix, so his Banshees could do all the work, basically. But little does he know that I am actually getting Void Rays now. And I do believe, yeah, I do have 1 Void Ray on the field. And Void Rays are very good. If they're fully charged, they could take out, like, Nexuses and everything super fast. Void Rays are just overall great units. He does have tons and tons of air units. I don't know really why I'm producing zealots. All he's really producing is air units. So what I gotta be is I gotta go mass stalker. But I do start building pylons here, but instead he does come here to try to destroy me. But the Vikings and Phoenix are kind of on the same level. Like, they're air-to-air combat. But his Vikings, and it's kind of 50% chance who's going to win the battle. But he did get the first shots off on me, so I do end up losing. And his Banshees end up tearing up my drones. So I do have my fourth expansion almost done down there, so I move all my drones away and just say, you could have them to the, just say, you could have the gateways, I don't care anymore. Yeah, he does, I think, finish this one off and skedaddle on out, but I do have a fairly good force, and I do believe I scout around with my observer and see that he has almost nothing defending his main base except a siege tank and some military, but that's almost it. I do not know he has this. See, I still don't know he has this, but I don't really know till like sometime at the end of the game. And I do believe ooh God, I have to back up all my probes. They do take out the pylon. They're trying to demolish the Nexus, but I do think no, oh God, it's close. I forget what happens here. I don't know. Oh, he ditches my Nexus. Very bad move on his part. Very, very horrible move. I don't know why he would just ditch my Nexus there. But he does take out one of my gateways. And he does end up, I'm pretty sure he actually does end up taking out my main Nexus, which really has none mining at all. So I really see no point to take out my main nexus. But in the meantime, I'm sending out my small force of warp units that I have, and I do believe I should be warping in some reinforcements soon. And I do manage to decimate his army, take out his Banshee, and run into his base. My Stalkers are killing his starport from the outside, which is producing tons of Banshees. Same with his other one, but he's starting, he's not running low at all on minerals. He is not getting Vikings from that. And he runs his medevac out of there with only 10 HP. Very lucky break. And my Stalkers are taking out his base. He has a starport training Banshees. He has a factory training nothing. He does have another starport which training Banshees. He does not really have any military at all. I do not know why he's not pumping out Marines or pulling all of these lone SCVs off to try to counter this, because I am just destroying his starports and everything. I would have totally started producing as much Marines as I can to counter this, or take all of these SCVs just sitting there and sacrifice them to stop it. And I would have done that before these Zealots would have came. But these Zealots were just getting in his economy and destroying it all. And more Zealots coming to reinforce and attack his orbital command. Second starport lifts off. I focus fire it down to the depths of the universe. And he really has nothing going on for him now. This is my attack that he choked. His macro slipped for a little bit, and then I managed to get enough units to destroy his army and just come in and demolish him. And he does still have this expansion, which I do believe, yeah, I send my 2 Void Rays out to scout. I do think, let me see, I do think I send them out to scout here, yes, then to here, then to here, then to here. I had no idea that he was actually at the gold. I never expected that he was at the gold. And I am just supply blocking him to death. He does not have that much supply anyways, but if I just destroy these couple of supply depots, he will be easily supply blocked. Oh, and this geyser was exhausted, while this one still has almost 100% mineral, 100% Vespian, I mean. But this one's out. I don't know really what happened there. Maybe he only had one SCV mining that. But, oh yeah, he does end up getting some Vikings. Tries to attack my main, but I do have Zealots, which are... Zealots? Vikings, guys, Vikings suck when they're on the ground, really. Vikings are horrible when they're on the ground. If Phoenix had the ability to go on the ground, that'd be nice. I'd love that ability. But I do warp in some Zealots at the last second. My pylon does go down, but my Zealots are able to scare him away, not destroy any of my warp gates. Does have 2 more over here. And so once my Void Ray came here, I'm like, oh, okay, he must be right here. Then after I have him scouting at his other one, which I don't know why. And I don't know why these guys are just sitting there. They should be destroying his actual refineries and his tech lab, which I do believe they do in a second. And I don't see him there, so I'm like, what? Oh, that's where he is. So I was like, oh, he's right at the gold, you greedy, greedy greeter. So he does try to use these Vikings to harass, but Vikings can't really harass ground units when there's Zealots right under them. So he still does, in fact, try to harass. And I do destroy this tech lab when I do see my Void Ray. I mean, I do see the starport there, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I use my Void Ray with 6 amazing kills to destroy this starport. And it is fully charged, doing very good damage to it. Well, I do throw down another pylon to make these gateways work. My expansion still has tons of probes just sitting there, which they should be getting mining soon. My Nexus... oh, this is funny. My Nexus is still not rebuilt. But yes, I do find him, and decimate his base. Decimate. I've said that a lot